All right, let's celebrate. Let's celebrate Pastor Fola Daniels. Okay, so we have just 10 more minutes to end the service. So we'll take 5 minutes questions. So if you have questions, just signify to take your questions very quickly. Just take 1 or 2 questions. So. Okay, there's a hand there. Okay, so 2 questions. Please go ahead.
All right, praise the Lord, church. Okay, thank you. So, with the way the corporate world is going now and the change in the professional space, I want to believe that a lot of organizations are moving from dressing, the traditional way of dressing, to switch it to telling people to dress down. Even financial organizations are adopting that mode of dressing. And I want to ask, how does the appearance of your staff affect the quality of value that you deliver in your organization? Like, what impact does it directly have? Because if I'm working for, where I work, I think it's in about over 30 years of existence. And we have people, customer clients who has been with us even before I was born. So now does dressing really changes the impression of the service that we deliver to them? Thank you.
Thank you. Let me quickly answer that before you go to the next person. So I think that the answer to your question connects to the question I asked you earlier about 2 banks. That when you hear this bank, what comes to your mind? And when you hear this other bank, what kind of people do you think works there? Without thinking twice, you gave me one generation, the other generation. Now, I was going to ask, what's the audience you're dealing with? And you say you have people whose existence predates the existence of the organization. So that tells you that dressing is absolutely important if you're dealing with the older generation. You can't do away with it. It's absolutely important. Look top-notch, prim and proper, classy, especially if they're educated. Where they also live matters. You're dealing with the older generation living in Koyi, living in VI. It's not just your dressing, your etiquette also matters. For example, do you stand in front of somebody who is educated at Harvard and you put your hand in your nose when talking to the person? So your etiquette also matters, dressing matters. If it's a Gen Z that you're dealing with, you're creating a product for Gen Zs, for millennials, it doesn't count. I mean, just wear your hoodie, go and do the job, gets the job done. But the generation you're talking about, dressing matters. So long as they are the ones delivering the return on investment for your organization, dressing to make sure that you appeal. Because you see, the thing about dressing is that you connect with the people. Go to the north. You want to get anything in the north, wear suit and tie, see if you will get it. You're wasting your time. Wear the dress. And in addition to the dress, if you can speak the language, forget it. It's a done deal. So there's something about your appearance that connects. That's why pastors, global pastors, someone like Stephen Furtick, comes on the stage with ripped jeans. What's he trying to do? Connect with the audience. Does that answer your question? Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, good evening, everyone. I really appreciate you first for this great teaching.
Thank you.
My question is this: in terms of branding, firstly, when you talk about the dressing, I'm a kind of person that's fine working with Lagos State, and I'm not a person that likes to put on shoes all the time. But I believe in dressing corporate, but not that cover shoe. So would it really affect, like, the last thing you talked about is on constructive feedback of people and perception alignment. Yeah. So are we going to say that if people is talking about your dressing and in terms of skill, because you made mention of something that when you don't have the opportunity to market, you don't have enough experience, you have to market your skill. Yes. In this case, now when somebody is saying, you're good at this, you're good at that, and all of that, do you have to now put that constructive feedback into consideration? Like, let me use myself, for instance. I'm an event person, and I do computer, I do a lot of things. Do I have to consider those feedback and create just a niche?
I'll give you a simple answer. Number one, I know that many of us are different things, isn't it? Now, if I get into the creative world and I'm talking to creatives, are there creatives in the house? I'm sure there are quite a number of them. So if I'm talking to creatives, will it matter if I wear a suit? But if I'm talking to maybe somebody who is to sponsor, let's say, for example, I want to do a documentary, I want to publish a book, and I'm talking to a potential publisher, will it matter if I wear a suit or not? It does. Now, because they are two different people. So if you mentioned something about the state government, if that's where you work and you don't like shoes, I'm sorry, you have to find a way to work around it. There are different, the question I would ask is, why is it that you don't like the shoe? It's possible you had an experience with a particular shoe that make you not like the shoe. So look for something more comfortable. There are quite a number of comfortable shoes that you can wear, and people are wearing, is those days they'll tell us you can't wear canvas on native. People are wearing canvas on native these days. Find a way around it. So long as the person that is giving you the feedback does your appraisal, you better align. You get the point. If that's the person that does your appraisal, please align. I think those are the questions.
All right, thank you. Okay.